everybody, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, uh, happy Sunday. Okay, anyway, so yeah, happy Sunday, y'all. Thank you for the great feedback from my first video that I've got from my viewers. Even though it's not a lot of viewers, but I still got a lot of great feedback, and it definitely is giving me some more ammo to really push and really push videos out. So I really thank you all for the support so far. So as you can see in my description, it does say that I quit my job. Yes, I quit my job about 2 weeks ago, and you know, this is something that I've really been thinking about for a while. It was just time, honestly. It was just time, and you know, just gotta move forward, just gotta move on. And yeah, that's exactly what I did. I decided to do that. I decided to take, you know, matters into my own hands. So yeah, and I did it, and I haven't really looked back since. So I mean, I have no choice, but yeah. So as you can see, I said I'm going to give you all 5 things that you should consider before, or whatever, your whole process, your whole transition of you quitting your job. So without further ado, let's get into this video. That you need to consider is the reason why you're leaving. I mean, that's a good thing. You know, some people leave for different reasons. Some people leave because of money. Some people leave because that's not exactly what they want to do. Like for me, for example, you know, I was working at a preschool. That's not what that's not what I really want to do. Even though I love them dearly, but at the end of the day, that's not my calling. That's not something that I felt like I should be doing. This is not like I couldn't wake up every morning and be like, yes, this is what I've been praying for. This is what I want to do. And you just gotta really consider that. That's a lot of things, because a lot of people just do things just for money. So your resignation letter, it really needs to be, you know, clear cut, like straight to the point. Not saying that you gotta be like, oh, see, the reason why I'm leaving is because this and that, you don't like me. That, like, they don't need to know all that. I mean, it's nothing wrong with saying like, you know, I enjoyed being here, or I've learned so much being here. It's nothing wrong with saying that at all. But at least, you know, 6 to 8 sentences, roughly around there. The thing that's on their mind is just like, how in the world am I going to fill this position? Like, how in the world and how is this person going to leave? Some people really think like that, and it's really sad, especially like employers. Sometimes they don't really care whether you leave or not, but some, if they do care, it's just for that simple reason, as far as coverage and stuff, or who's going to do the jobs that you were doing in that position. You did everything, and you put your resignation letter. So now it's time to think about your plan. Like, did you have a plan? You know, there's 2 different people. There's a person who has to have a plan, the person who plans to plan, which is the person who has their job lined up, who doesn't want to quit until they find their job, or whatever have you. Or you have those who are just stepping out. I mean, each person is stepping out on faith, because they're clearly trying to make that change. But now it's the person who literally doesn't really have too much in place, but they have some stuff in place. Like, that's me. Like, I was that person. I'm still that person who, you know, has gigs and has, you know, part-times and things like that. So I do have stuff that was in place, or that was, you know, going to be in place when I quit my job, or during the whole transition, during the whole process. But yeah. But yeah, so if you're not that person who can't take that leap of faith, or then maybe quitting your job may not be for you. But you just really never know. You really never know until you really put yourself out there and really be like, all right, I'm going to do this. Lo and behold, like, when I really took that leap of faith, I literally feel 10 times better about myself. God has truly been blessing me, you know, with opportunities. I've had time to really reflect. I have time to really sit down and think. Because, you know, when you get off of work, you know, when you're so used to working 9 to 5, some people 9 to 6, some people 8 to 5. You know, when you do all of that and when you get home, you don't feel like doing anything. Like, that's how I felt. I felt like I was drained. I felt like all the energy that I once possessed, or that I once had, and the passion that I once had for things was slowly being erased because I was just so tired, or I just didn't have that hunger for it. I'm literally using every possible thing that I'm great at, and I'm using it to my advantage, and I'm really, you know, and I'm having fun with it, and people are seeing that I'm having fun. People are seeing that I'm actually really good at the things that I love and I'm passionate about. So it's just like I'm really getting a lot of support. So I feel like I gotta get it. Like, I feel like this is my time. So I'm not going to let up on anything. So you put your resignation letter, your 2 weeks are up, you finally, you coming up on your last few days or your last day at work. So now it's like you have no choice but to do what you really want to do. You have no choice. You have no excuse to not put in the effort, or to not put in the time that you've been begging for. I've been contemplating and praying about quitting my job for some time now, and it's not because I sincerely didn't like it, because I did like it. I love the, you know, coming to work and having great coworkers. I love coming to work and, you know, getting along with supervisors. I loved coming to work and just seeing those angelic faces. I love that. That was my purpose, but at the end of the day, that was not me. And for this time around, it just feels so much better. It's different when you just quit a job because you don't like your boss or you don't like your environment. Because I did have times where I just left, that I just, you know, quit my job because it was a toxic environment. This time it was really because it's just my time. It's really my time to really soar. And it feels different. The vibe feels different. The vibe feels different when it's something that you're trying to do to better yourself. And not saying it's like no one's pushing me out. You know, you don't feel like, oh, I have to leave because my boss is pissing me, or I have to leave because these kids are driving me insane. I have to leave because I almost got into a fight with my coworkers. Like, it's not even that. It's just like, it's just my time. Like, I feel like the other times I wasn't ready, but this time when I've, you know, been praying about it, this time I was ready for it. So it was either ignore God, or literally, you know, and stay, or literally really listen, and really listen, like really be all in. And that's exactly what I decided to do, and I just have not looked back at all. You ever watch something, it never resonates, or never, like, you never get it until you get older. So one of the parts in Sister Act 2, I know you all seen it.
I went to my mother, who gave me this book called Letters to a Young Poet, Raina Maria Rilke. He's a fabulous writer. The fella used to write to him and say, I want to be a writer. Please read my stuff. And Rilke says to this guy, don't ask me about being a writer. If when you wake up in the morning, you can think of nothing but writing, then you're a writer. I'm going to say the same thing to you. If you wake up in the morning and you can't think of anything but singing first, then you're supposed to be a singer, girl.
So that's exactly how I feel. Like, seriously, it's like I'm supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be a dancer. I'm supposed to be in the entertainment field. I'm supposed to be dancing. I'm supposed to be acting. Like, I'm supposed to be acting. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Working and taking care of babies and changing diapers. Like, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's crazy when you think about things, and when you see, like, movies have really real messages. And I really, now I take that as like, wow, like that's real. So now how are you going to get there? You have to switch your whole mindset of you getting to the place that you want to be. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Like, I can't help but to hustle. I can't help but to have that hustle mentality right now. So last but not least, another thing that you want to consider is to keep in touch. And I know a lot of times when we leave our jobs, I'm like, girl, I'm going to keep in touch with you, or you my mans, I'm going to keep in touch with you. And then sometimes we keep in touch for like maybe a few weeks, and then you never hear from us again. And I really want to say like how much important it is to keep in touch, especially if you have like a really great relationship, a positive relationship with somebody. There's no reason why you can't keep in touch. I mean, there's nothing wrong with moving on. There's nothing wrong with, you know, really getting finally being in your zone and finally being where you want to be. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, keep in touch. It's nothing wrong with keeping in touch. So on my last day, my coworkers and my students really made me feel so special. Like, one of my co-workers, my old co-workers, made this Indian cuisine, and you know, normally I don't eat everybody's food, but her food is amazing. She made a spread of food, like the rice and the egg rolls and the chicken rolls. Oh my gosh, the pasta, it was just amazing. And she got me a bracelet and some lipstick that's actually over there on my vanity, but it's over there in my vanity. Another thing is when my babies got me, well, they not got me, but they made me. So they put their handprints on here. One of the teachers, they made me a heart, and these are all my babies. My sissy's on there, call her my sissy. And you know, it was really touching. It really made me sad, but you just gotta do what you gotta do. And this is what they made me. They have all their names on here. Another thing with my coworker did, she also got me some other stuff too. She got me flowers, but she made me this. She knows I'm an AKA, so she made me this little card, and it says, "Farewell, Chanel. As you embark on your new journey, please don't forget me. It has been a pleasure knowing you. You're motivated, smart, and an absolute joy to be around. I'm going to miss you, and hearing your good morning, Tina. Good luck, and may God bless you." I'm sorry. May God's hands be in everything you do. And this is from my coworker. So this was really nice. You know, if you know me personally, I'm emotional wreck. Like, I literally was crying probably like almost all day, because literally never really realized like how much an impact you have on people's lives, and that they actually really care about you. Like, I told myself I was not gonna cry. Okay, I'm probably gonna edit this part. But another thing my coworker got me is this bag. This was my partner. Long story short, a parent got bags for these type of bags, but in different colors to certain teachers or whatever. And you know, the mom got me a cup, which was really nice, a nice cup for Christmas. But I really wanted this bag because I know that I can do so much with it. Like, I can put my dance stuff, my traveling bag. Like, I know that this is my bag. So my lovely partner got me this bag. I mean, it's huge. Like, look how big this is. It doesn't even fit in the frame. But yeah, so she got me this bag, and it has my sorority colors and my name on it. So that was really touching. Like, when I tell you I was crying, like, I was crying because I was like, wow, like, I never felt so loved, like, by, like, coworkers. Like, I felt like I just left, and they was like, okay, bye. Like, you know, I've never felt that. So it felt really good to really feel loved by my coworkers. It's, you know, I don't like validation. I don't like to be recognized, but it still feels good to really feel like, wow, someone really cares. This video up because I don't want it to be super long, but I say this to say, like, literally 2018, please claim 2018. I've been claiming 2018 ever since I've really took that leap of faith and really talking everything that I want into existence. Literally so many great things have been happening for me. My relationship is strong. You know, my faith is getting stronger. I know it can get better. Mending friendships have been good. Reconnecting with friends that you know I haven't seen in a while has been good. My relationship with my family, my mom, my sister, my friends, like everything is really looking up for me. Job opportunities have been coming my way, and I'm really truly blessed. Really think about your life. Really think about, don't be that person who's going to be like, all right, yeah, next year, yep, next year I'm really going, I'm going to do it next year. And then that year comes and you're like, shoot. And then you go like, all right, but you know what, next year, yep. And then each year, next thing you know, you're 47 trying to do something that you feel like you can't do now. Really consider all these things. Even consider more outside of the things that I've said. And I promise you, you're going to feel 100 million times better when you really take that chance and think about where you want to be and where you don't. And I promise you, you're not going to look back at all. And thank you so much for just tuning in. And I really hope that you all had a great Sunday. I wish you all a great week. I'm going to keep pushing out these videos. I don't know how some people do it, pushing out videos like content every single, like 3 times a week. But you know what? I'm going to stay on it. And yeah, definitely keep look out for my videos, and even click the notifications so you can get notifications when I upload. And yeah, it's lit. Ugh, I don't even like saying it's lit. Ugh. I say I do sometimes. Alright, well, thank you very much, and bye.